Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to return to Motorhead for the first time in a while. It's going to be another shortish clip. It's 2 minutes and 45 seconds of Leaving Here. And it's going to be from the Top of the Pops. So we're not actually sure if this is going to be mimed or live. Knowing Motorhead, I think they're probably going to be live, but I'm not sure because this is early 1980. So they had a reputation. They were doing pretty well for themselves, but this is pre-Ace of Spades. So they're not that big yet. They may not have the pull that they would have liked to have to not mime. So I'm not sure what we're getting here. All I know is that this just dropped a couple days ago on the Motorhead official website, and it looks like crystal clear video of the three guys, the original classic lineup.
Filthy Phil Taylor, Fast Eddie Clark, and, of course, Lemmy.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So, yep, right in the middle of things, in the thick of things when they were at their peak, essentially. I mean, yes, Ace of Spades was about to come out, but I mean, they were already putting out classics, you know. So, very much wanted to check this out, just on the off chance that it was actually live. But the fact is, we haven't seen a whole lot of footage from back then that was really good quality of Motorhead. So, this looks like it probably is. Adrian, any thoughts ahead before we take a look at this?
Well, I remember hearing the song ages ago on the No Remorse album. It's on that.
Yeah, our entry point to Motorhead. I was living over abroad in Europe, and the thing came out. I had no idea who Motorhead was, but except that I had seen the Iron Fist video on television the day before. Then I walked into this record store, and there's the No Remorse album. It had just been released. This is, September 84 or something. And I said, well, I have to buy this. You know, it sounds really intriguing. I liked that one song. This is 2-record set. It's a compilation. It looks really good. Let's go ahead and get it. Sight unseen. So first thing that happens is I get it home, play side one, song one, Ace of Spades. My mind explodes. And, of course, the rest is history. Brought it home, showed it to Adrian. Adrian's mind exploded, and here we are today. And I've got Lemmy back there with, there he is, standing right next to Jerry Garcia. Figured they make good jam buddies. Let's go ahead and check this out, and we'll talk about it after.
All right.
All right. blue. All right.
Okay.
Well, okay. Well,
I'm going to make a wild guess and guess that it was mimes because there was a small stage and there were people right up to the stage. Had it been a real Motorhead concert, those people would have been pushed back by the sound waves.
yeah. I think that you're right. Now, that's an interesting reasoning. You know, it could be. I mean, those are some good-sized Marshall stacks. A couple of things I want to note about the whole stage presence. But yeah, first, before we go there, I think you're right, and I think Phil Taylor actually kind of gave away that it was a mimed performance. That looking at him, I could tell that it wasn't quite lining up with the rest of the performance. The other two guys did pretty well there, but now I think the Golden Years EP was actually a live EP, so I think the original recording was live anyway. So, but just not under that particular circumstance. It was probably in a pub or so. I don't know what the deal was at that point. They weren't quite at Hammersmith levels, but they were getting there fast. So I think you're right. It was pretty funny. Here, let me put this back up because I want to make note of a few things I saw on stage here. I like back here we've got Lemmy's Marshall stack, and he's called this one Sasha and this one Marcia, and they with Vroom on the bottom. Sasha, Vroom, and Marcia. So he modified the Marshall logo on both of those, which is pretty funny. And he's got a Never Mind the Bollock sticker right there, which is, contemporary. The Sex Pistols album came out 3 years previous to this. I also found the bass drum heads to be amusing. Those, I don't know if those are sharks or whale teeth or what, because he's got a whale oil shirt on here, Phil does, and I don't know what that's about.
I don't think whales have teeth. I think they have these little other things that suck in plankton or something.
So it's probably sharks, is what you're thinking.
Yeah, those look like shark teeth rather than whales.
And then we got Fast Eddie. He's got his two Marshall stacks here, and with the Motorhead logo on it, which is cool and all. And all these speakers back here, I'm not sure if those are for vocals or what. But you're right. I mean, the audience is right up there, and they don't seem to be suffering. So I guess they're doing all right. I mean, granted, you're not going to get those massive sound levels with this gear, by itself. Although you could hurt yourself.
Well, it would be loud enough. I think if Motorhead was at the controls, if Lemmy was at the controls of those amps.
Yeah, I'm wondering what his hearing was like at the end of his life. I think he was actually starting to kind of go deaf, but not to the point that it was a really serious issue, which surprises me. Interesting to see what's going on there. And yeah, it does look fairly typical of a Top of the Pops set being put together for a band such as Motorhead, Everybody would be up there. It's also interesting, too, that all three of them are in the front line there. Like, nobody's behind anybody else, really. I mean, unless you count Fast Eddie being kind of behind the drummer for a lot of it. Interesting, because you don't see that a lot. Usually the drummer's in the back. Granted, they don't have a lot of space here, but still, I think that was not so unusual. Let me just see if there's anything in the description that tells us for sure what's going on here. It says, Leaving Here features on the live EP Golden Years, released in 1980. And yeah, Lemmy, Fast Eddie, and Filthy. This was their first appearance on Top of the Pops, May 1st, 1980. Good for them. That was really cool to see, nonetheless, even though it was mimed. Yeah, still a real treat. I'm glad they put that up. All right, folks, well, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? Are you a Motorhead fan? Have you ever seen them doing this song before? Did you ever see them play? Because they were active all the way up until 2015. Playing shows all the time, touring all the time. Lemmy kept writing. But if you have any favorites you'd like us to check out, please leave those below. And of course, leave your thoughts on this and on what was going on with Motorhead at this time. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us. And we'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care, folks.
See you all later.